Hey guys, it's Josh over at J&H. So I haven't gone live on YouTube in a while, but I wanted to today for a couple of reasons. First thing is that I didn't post a product review video today. I feel bad about that. What happened was late last week I started getting a little bit sick, and on Saturday I actually lost my voice. So I couldn't speak, and throughout the week it slowly got a little bit better. Just was completely raspy, and I just didn't feel right doing videos. Plus I was coughing all the time and all that kind of stuff. So I didn't get to do a video today. I apologize. I actually ran through all of the videos that I had already done previously, except for one, and that one I didn't want to post because it's the review of the Quantum Accurist J&H power handle, and I didn't really want to put that up there because they're sold out of them. I'm waiting for more to come back in, and I didn't feel right like posting that video, getting people hyped up to get that handle, and then saying, oh, sorry, we don't have it. So I think that handle's going to be out for maybe another week, and then we'll have that back in, and we will be good to go. So that's the first reason I wanted to come on here. And second, I just haven't gone on here in a while, and I feel like YouTube is such an important community to me. It's been growing steadily. I think the influence of the influencers, the YouTube influencers that I've been working with, like obviously John Skinner, Elias, Rich from Fishaholics, Victor from Land Shark Fishing, and Mark Kid Coaches, just to name a few, have sort of been pumping up my channel a little bit, and that's been great. And more people have been finding our reviews and finding J&H, and that's awesome. So I wanted to reach out to them and reach out to the people in general who watch these product review videos. Like I said, I've said this a million times. Like I never realized that it would get this popular. We've got we're almost at 16,000 subscribers, which is crazy. Over 11 million views, and it just keeps going. And the industry's starting to take notice, or taking more notice, and getting more stuff. And I'll be able to do more reviews, especially with ICAST coming up, and actually with Bassmaster Classic. I don't know if you guys know this, but around Bassmaster Classic nowadays, it's an event. So all of these major manufacturers want to release product there because they just know so much attention is on that Bassmaster Classic. So we went last year. I was in Houston, and it was great. It was a great experience for us. We learned a lot, and we also had access to all these new products, which is great because then we can show them. And they're not all freshwater. A lot of them are saltwater, so it's not like just freshwater bass products or whatever. It's just whatever they want to release at the time. Now, usually they are freshwater related. I mean, it makes sense, but sometimes they're not. And this year is one of those occasions. So the Bassmaster Classic for this year is actually next weekend, or next week, late next week. So I'm actually flying down. It's in South Carolina, Greenville, South Carolina. I'm actually flying down there on Thursday, going to attend the show on Friday, and then fly back Saturday morning. Because I got some stuff going on over the weekend. But I will be at that show. I'll be posting a lot of content, especially to Instagram and Facebook. It's just a lot easier to throw stuff up there, during the day while I'm at the show. So if you are watching this now, you're a fan, please, follow us on Instagram or Facebook, whichever one you prefer, and you'll see all that stuff, and I'll make sure to get everything up there. I'm going alone this year, just me, so I'll be able to cover more ground, see a lot more stuff, and just find the stuff that I'm interested in, or that I find interested in, and throw it up there, and sort of a business-related stuff, and just stuff I think you're going to have a lot of fun fishing with. I mean, I've already seen some new stuff from, most of the majors, Shimano, Daiwa, St. Croix, new stuff, and I'm sure I'm just going to see a ton of stuff. I mean, that show is huge. I don't know how big that convention center is, but it's pretty big. So new stuff from all these manufacturers, and it's just going to be a fun time. So that's something to look for. But my point was that you're going to get new stuff then you're going to get new stuff at ICAST, or around ICAST, and that just means with them taking notice of our community of almost 16,000 subscribers, that we're going to get the stuff that you guys want to see, like all the new stuff right away that you guys are like really hot to see the review of, or just to see in someone's hands that are familiar. You'll get to do that, which is a really cool thing, and I'm happy to do that. And the more we do, the more we get, the more we get, the more we do. So it's a whole big loop, and that's great. And then there's always more stuff released in the fall, so you kind of get like 3 release dates, including like the actual release of the ICAST stuff. I know Penn doesn't release the ICAST stuff till like November, so they announce it then, and then it comes out in November or so, and you can see that. So that's going to be really cool, and that's how the stuff is going to play out over the course of the year. You know, people ask me questions, already asking for reviews of the new stuff. So all that new stuff, I'm 100% going to review it. If there's freshwater stuff that you see that you want me to do a review on, that you're interested in, that you maybe first see at the Classic or from the Classic, you know, definitely just let me know, and I will be happy to look into it. J&H News, just in general, we are, once again, in the wintertime, we like to redo the shop a little bit, move things around, see what works, see what didn't work. So I'm hard at work at that. The team is hard at work on that. Tim and Kyle spent most of the day, you know, making the tool section a lot better, and just the diamond jig section's expanding, because that's a big thing, which is hilarious. You know, everybody's super hyped up on diamond jigs, which is crazy, but it's just, you know, it's one of those products like bucktails where people get really hyped about, and so many uses and so effective. So we're redoing that side of the store. On the other side, we're getting more clothing racks to redo the clothing side, to make it more uniform, make it a little bit easier for people to navigate. I know that's been an issue in the past. So it's these issues that customers have basically told us about, we're addressing. You know, a couple weeks ago, a guy wrote a review and said, hey, you know, I got friends asking me, they want to be able to quickly find stuff you post on social media that I'm talking about, and I can't, you know, for whatever reason, it's hard on the site to find it. So I said, okay, so I put together a whole section called As Seen on Social Media. You can actually go to jnh.com and see that for yourself, and all the stuff that we mentioned on social media will be there. I'll be just adding stuff every single day so that you guys can see it, you know, all the new products and all the cool stuff that we talk about. So you guys saying what you want, or sending me emails or reviews or whatever you want about how to make J&H better, I'm totally listening. So it goes in the store and outside the store. So in the store, there's a lot of comments about just making things flow better, things in a better place. So we're doing all that. We're getting rid of a lot of the old fixtures, bringing in new stuff. So J&H is going to be a lot cleaner and neater, more female friendly. You know, we're basically a man cave. I'm not going to lie about that. You know, but hopefully the women that come into the store feel comfortable, happy to shop, not only for their boyfriends and husbands or kids or whatever, but also for themselves. We're expanding the women's section. A lot of cool clothing from Grundens for women. The pelagic stuff, obviously. Hook is coming out with a lot more women's stuff, which is really great to see, because women anglers are just, you know, it's a huge population and they are just underserved in our industry. So over the next couple of years, I'm sure that's going to get better. It's definitely going to get better in J&H. And if you're a female angler and you can't find anything, please always reach out to me. As always, you guys know you can always reach me. A lot of you guys post comments all day long on the YouTube videos. That's great. If you'd prefer, email me, josh@jnh.com. Go to Facebook or Instagram. DM me through there. Call me at the shop. Whatever. I'm always around. The other thing I'll talk about really quick is just the state of the industry. I like to talk about things from a business side / fishing side rather than just a fanboy side. And I think it'll be helpful to you, even if you're a fan of a certain brand or how you think about fishing, or buying your tackle, or what you want. You could sort of see trends happening, and I'm sure if you guys pay attention to this, you can see this. There are certain brands that are on the rise and certain brands that are on the fall based on, I guess, just what they think the industry is. So, you know, brands that are on the rise, clearly it's Daiwa. Shimano continues to rise. Avid has a cult following that sort of cannot be broken. Accurate is clearly on the rise. And stuff that's on the fall is, you know, like Abu Garcia has really fallen off for us. That's sort of the main one. And then these little brands where things just get forgotten and they sort of just slowly fade off because they don't, you know, they don't keep up with the times. They don't see the future coming. And that's sort of an interesting thing, just to watch. You know, St. Croix is still strong. Lamaglass is falling. Penn is still strong. We're seeing a lot of growth in Dobbins rods and Megabass. These sort of forward-thinking brands are continuing to grow, while the ones that aren't, you know, the older ones, or the ones that just don't have that kind of flair, are falling. You know, the ones that don't embrace social media, they don't embrace videos, they don't embrace influencers, like YouTube influencers. They're just sort of going to fade away, you know, unless they have amazing products. But it's hard to develop products when you're not seeing what's happening every day. You know, when you're not on YouTube and Instagram and Facebook and just seeing what people are talking about and what people want. I don't mean one individual, you know, there's always that idiot who says I want this and this is going to be the next big thing, and it never happens. But if you do it day in and day out, just like the stock market, it's pretty easy to sort of follow the trends and be successful. And a lot of these companies just have lost sight of things. I think the millennials have scared them away. They don't understand them. They don't understand the social media thing. You know, I like to joke that the fishing tackle industry is 5 years in the past, but I mean, it might be longer than that, to be honest with you. I mean, I'm still getting talk about magazine ads and newspaper ads and all this kind of stuff, which is just absolutely insane in 2018. Just wasted money. Sorry, still sick, so I'm gonna take a couple of sips of water once in a while. But you know, the way to reach the people is what I'm doing right now. Is going live at you know, what is it, 11:30 at night on a Friday night and just talking. And it looks like there's 20 people here right now, but by the time all is said and done, you know, a couple thousand people will see this video. And you just do that over and over and over and over again, and all of a sudden, it's the couple thousand turns into 100,000. We were joking in the store today, like, you know, did a giveaway on Facebook. I give away 2 Super Strike plugs. It's $30, and people go nuts. You know, you get 50,000 views out of that thing, and you're like, oh my God, that's just crazy. Like, how could that possibly be? But that's what it is. You know, that's what people like. They're like, oh, cool, I got a chance I could possibly win this cool thing, this Super Strike plug, which, you know, we've tried it with other things that are more expensive and it's not as popular. You know, I guess that's got a cult following and people are into it. And that's what these manufacturers should be going after. But you could say this to people who blue in the head. I mean, blue in the face, and it just they'll never get it, or they won't get it until it's too late. You know, it is what it is. But I'm not here to like ruin all these companies' day and talk about how poor they are at marketing. I mean, that's self-evident. I don't think you need to do that. But I'm more here to talk about getting you hyped for new stuff. So the other stuff that's been very popular, actually, you know what, I should address the VR50. That's sort of the elephant in the room. It has been for 6 months now. I honestly have no idea what's going on with the VR50. I've spoken with Craig from Vanstall, and I still have no idea what's going on with the VR50. I've emailed, I've made phone calls, I've done all this stuff, and it's a mystery to me why it's so hard to find this reel, or why it's so hard for them to bring in reels. I don't know what's going on. It's like the craziest situation, because if you're familiar with Zebco, which is you know, a big company, but they're owned by an even bigger company, who, you know, the company that owns them, the parent company, once owned like 1/4 of Coca-Cola. So just think about that. Think about how much money that is, owning 1/4 of Coca-Cola, right? That's ridiculous amounts of money. So this company does not care about money. So it's not about nickeling and diming customers or beating up or all this kind of stuff. It's just like incompetence. And it's the craziest thing, because, like, for example, this product was supposed to come out at ICAST. It was supposed to come out in July, and it's just been delayed and delayed and delayed. I think so far we've received 18 reels. So we've ordered almost 150, and we've received 18. So when people ask me all day long, like literally it's all day long, let me just see if we can focus this a little better. Where's the VR50? I ordered my VR50 in December. I ordered in January. I ordered in September or whatever. And the answer is, I don't know. And that's not the answer I like to give. Never the answer I like to give. I always want to tell people, look, this is what's going on. And it could be a good answer, it could be a bad answer, but you'd like to know what's going on. So right now, I'm in the dark. I think everyone's in the dark except for Vanstall. I've asked Craig to shed some light on it. He really hasn't clarified it, other than just making empty promises. And I feel bad, because that's a great product. That VR50 is tremendous. And I want more people to fish it. Obviously, they want to fish it, and I know how fun it is. And here we are at the beginning of March, or I should say, you know, a week into March, and no reels. So, you know, what do you tell all these people who had trips planned, or who, you know, fishing season for them opens April 1st or something like that? Like, because there's no other option. There's nothing else like it. There's no competition that's one-to-one. Sure, you can tell people get a twin power, get a Stella, get, you know, stuff like that. But in reality, that VR50 is a fully sealed reel, where all these other ones haven't. Now, you might never have a corrosion problem at all with some of these other reels. You know, you get a Daiwa Ballistic LT, sealed body, all this kind of stuff. You know, one of the new Shimano Stellas, Twin Power, any of these kind of high-end reels that you know they're gonna perform. I mean, they're, you know, sustained. It's a great reel, but you want a fully sealed reel, and in that size, and there's nothing else. So it's not like I can say, well, you can't get the VR50, so go get X. You know, we joke around that Z-Bass should come out with a VR50 and call it the ZR50. I mean, they're never going to do that. They can barely produce the regular reels they have now. So I guess what's going to be interesting for me in that sort of game right there is really Daiwa's technology. Because with the mag sealed oil, they're able to create a sealed reel. Now they've done a terrible job marketing it. You know, I mean, in terms of that should be huge. That advancement where you don't need O-rings, they have magnetic oil in there. It's a closed system. You never really have to service it. Should be huge in terms of people should be talking about that and wanting that, and it's super, super cool. But they just do a bad job marketing it. So we'll see what happens in the future. Can Daiwa step up to the game, market MagSeal better, and is MagSeal the answer to the to the Van Staal issues of not being able to create product? Or will another company step up and do it? I don't know. They haven't done it yet. You know, I don't know if the VR50 wakes them up to that style of reel, which we've been, in the Northeast at least, we've been talking about forever. I think that over time there's going to be a transition from heavy-duty surf rods to lighter and lighter surf rods. I don't even mean by a little bit, I mean significantly lighter. Like if you've seen me talk about any of this stuff before, the Megabass Shadow Pangea, which is a 10-foot Japanese surf rod, perfect for open beach fishing, and it weighs 7 ounces, and you can throw a 3,000 or 4,000 size spinning reel in there and outcast a 10-foot Lamy with a 6,500 spin fisher or a VS 200 or whatever. That's a category that's going to happen. I truly believe that's going to happen. You know, will these other manufacturers see that need or that desire? You know, do people really need sealed reels? Not really, you know. I mean, if you're skishing and you're swimming and doing all this hardcore stuff, most people don't. But it's cool, you know. And that's like everything in every industry. There's always something that's super cool, that's out of reach for a lot of people, and that's fine. Not everybody has to get it, but if you know you're a guy who wants to save up a couple of bucks here and there, and in 6 months you've saved up enough to get your Van Staal, and that's your badge of honor, and that's something you've always dreamed about, awesome. That's great, you know, because they work. They're really good. So we'll see what happens with those other manufacturers. That's basically it. That's my rant for this evening. If you guys want to ask me some questions, I'll be happy to answer questions about, you know, anything fishing related. So shoot. Otherwise we'll call it a night. So let's see if you got any questions for me. You know, it's always different when I do these on YouTube rather than Instagram. Because it's like when I do it on Instagram, it's just like people typing crazy all the time. Here people have been typing. But it's not as the flow isn't like it is on Instagram. But I think on Instagram we got a lower age group, you know, younger guys. Someone's asking about whether Tsunami will ever put better hooks on their swim baits or swim shad. Excuse me. I don't know. I really don't know if they will. I mean, to me, it makes perfect sense. It's sort of an easy thing to do to capture a bigger customer base. Is just to come out with a pro edition. You can basically do that with anything, you know, sort of like what Gibbs did with their plugs, coming out with a, you know, pro edition. That's an easy win. Will they do it? I don't know. They're a bit dysfunctional from time to time. Someone else asked about the new Stella. My guess is that I'm going to see the new Stella down at Bassmaster Classic. I hope it's there. I guess I could ask. I didn't even think about it. Because I'm really waiting to get it in my shop so that I can do my videos and really show you exactly what it is. I know that reel's going to be a winner. Pre-orders on that reel are really good. If you want one of those, it's the Stella FJ. Go to jnh.com, pre-order one. You don't pay anything now. You only pay once the reels come in. We ordered a bunch of them, and Stella is the Stella. You know, Shimano, it's their flagship. Shimano puts a lot into those reels, and I have no doubt that it's going to be awesome. I will tell you a funny story. I sent one of the older Stellas to a customer, and he sent it back with a note, and the note said, you know, I thought it would be smoother, and I was just like, are you kidding me? Like, you know, like at what point do things have to be like, you know what I mean? It's just like blows my mind. Like, at what point do things have to be like so super smooth that you're like, this isn't smooth? It's just crazy. Let's see. Someone's asking about colors for Avets. If you're righty, didn't see if you're righty or lefty. If you're righty, there's like 12 different colors. If you're lefty, they only come in silver. You can pay a little upcharge, $50 for I think it's gold, blue, and black. You can pick any of those three. Excuse me, Angel Grand. But the righty Avets come in a million different colors, and that's another thing that other companies never copied, was doing the colors thing. They sort of did it a little bit. You know, you saw like Okuma do it with the metalloids. They would make the spool and the handle. You know, Siegler's done it with 3 colors. You know what I mean? Like, you know, a smoke body and then blue, red, or silver accents. But no one really went hardcore. No one took Avet's idea and said, you know what, yeah, we're going to do this too. Which is interesting because it's so successful. So successful for Avet. I mean, it's ridiculously successful. And now with all these rods coming out, I mean, the new Daiwa Proteus just came out with the blue handles. I mean, the blue Avet would be perfect on there. Sure, you could put a Daiwa Win on there, but you know, like if you're a lever drag guy, that reel is perfect. You know, it's blue and blue, or you know, you could put a silver on there. You know, it's these are sort of like no-brainer type of things, but you know, no other company has really done that. So anyway, that's basically it. My voice is getting a little bit hoarse, so I'm going to call it a night. But thank you to everybody who tuned in tonight. Again, I'm so sorry I wasn't able to get a product review video up today. I will shoot for Monday. I'm going to try to go in early Monday morning, shoot some videos. I'll see what I haven't put up yet, or what I have that I want to do a video on. See if I can get some of those done. And if not, then I'll come on, I'll do another live video. Maybe I'll do a live video from the shop and show you guys some cool stuff. Again, if you haven't subscribed to our channel, follow us on Facebook or Instagram. I really appreciate anybody who becomes a J&H customer from these videos. And always reach out to me if you have questions about anything. You know, I get questions about fishing stuff that's not even, you know, I already bought this at this shop. What do you think? I answered, you know, I'm not one of those guys who's like so hung up in my own stuff. But so anytime you have questions, just call me, Instagram, Facebook, reach out to me, all that kind of stuff. Someone says I should end on a happy note. I'll end on a happy note, or I'll end on a cool note. Last year the J&H employees, they wanted to have some fun, so they did a tournament. They did a fishing tournament. It was, I don't know, 8 or 9 species of fish. You measure the fish, the longest fish wins. It wasn't by weight, it was by total inches. And then at the end of the year, you know, it was a year-long thing, they would choose a winner based on, you know, whoever caught the most fish in these categories, or the longest, or whatever it was. And the guys just had a blast. They had a lot of fun with it. So they were planning it this year, and I said, you know what, let's take this to the next level. So what we're actually going to do is we're going to post it online. So we're going to put it on our website. You can go there. You can see the leaderboard. I think it's like 12 different species they lined up. There's rules. There's all these kind of fun things about it. And you'll be able to see pictures of the guys. They're going to post. These guys, you know, when they post pictures, they're going to rip each other and make fun of each other and have a good time. And then at the end, we're going to crown a champion. So it's going to go, I think, from April 1st through December 1st. I think is what they agreed on for the time frame. But it might go, you know, that might change a little bit. But we wanted to make it fun. So we're calling it the second annual J&H Tackle Employee Fishing Tournament of Destiny. And at the end, we're going to crown the champion, who will be the greatest angler of all time who worked at J&H in 2018. That's going to be their title. And to really take it to that next level and make it really fun, we're actually going to create a like a World Wrestling style championship belt, like a legit belt, not some like toy or whatever, like a legit belt, like the same type of belts they would use in the WWE. And at the end of the year, someone is going to be crowned champion, and no doubt they will be wearing that belt every day in the store to rub all the other employees' faces in the dirt. So It should be a really fun tournament, so look out for that. It's going to be very, very interactive. You guys will be able to comment on it and just, you know, keep it lighthearted and have just a fun time with it. So with that, thank you very much for tuning in. Again, I'll try to do this again soon, and just look for new videos up on YouTube, and, you know, if you ever need me, reach out to me. Take care.